it's entirely possible growing up, particularly in this country, it's entirely possible that um, your kid could be growing up thinking that they don't belong here. And that's sad. That's really sad. Um, it's something that has been drummed into us by our culture that we are somehow a mistake, or that um, our membership in the human family means that we need to go away because humans have been so destructive. Um, don't let your kids think that they are mistakes. Don't let your kids think that they don't belong here by virtue of just having been born. They belong here. Don't let them think otherwise. Um, our country has had a very bloody history. The people that came before us did some really horrible things over and over again, repeatedly, systematically, to uh, the people, the native people who were here first. Horrible atrocities, massacres, forced moves, uh, ghettoification of land, of their lives, confining a nomadic people to a confined area. Like, we did a lot of crap to the native peoples here. I, I'm sorry, I said we. They, right? The people in the past did that. The people in the past also, some of them, thought it was okay to purchase human beings from uh, slave catchers in Africa and use them as forced labor, true chattel property. Like, there's been slavery over the years, and it's been horrible over the years. The American version was pretty damn nasty. I mean, really nasty. Um, and that was done to people. And there are people still living today who have those scars and wounds in their family history. And those stories have been handed down, and they're part of people's psyches. Um, that's a wound, no doubt. But your kid didn't do that. And if you allow your kid to take on guilt for that, you're not doing your job as a parent to protect your kid from shitty ideas. That's a soul-killing idea right there. Don't let your kid think that he or she is the problem with the world. I was talking about slavery. We can say the same thing about the environment, right? Your kids didn't do that. Your kids aren't the cause of pollution, right? Um, there can be hope for the future that is not naive, right? You got people working hard to try to come up with better ways to live on this planet than has been the norm for a long time. I think some changes are necessary and some are coming down. I think a lot of the changes that are proposed are crap. I think a lot of them are uniquely anti-human, uniquely vicious to the idea that humans can have a good quality of life. I think that there's a lot of nearly demonic crap that's been proposed for what needs to be the human future. I don't buy all that crap. But there is pollution. There was slavery. there was a lot of crap as us humans were coming up through humanity, and our attitudes towards slavery changed, right? It was an evolutionary process of a soul variety, right? We're going to figure out that, how we treat the planet is important, does matter, and how you treat people as you transition to living lighter on the land is also important. And I think that um, we can come to an understanding there over time. I think that there are structures that exist today that are uniquely, not uniquely, are consistent with the slavery legacy. Let's just say, I think that you know there are some things that we need to address still, and uh, my other point is that we have been changing over time, and that some stuff has been getting better. I think, unfortunately, some of our ideas have been getting worse too. So it's not linear. It's not just, oh, progress, progress, progress. It's an evolutionary process for our minds, our souls, and our bodies, and uh, for all the creatures that live on the earth with us, all the plants that live on the earth with us. We are changing and evolving, and I need you to make sure that your kid isn't getting the message that they are the problem, because they aren't. They're actually part of the solution. Um, and that doesn't mean that you have to foist a particular job on them. Don't give them a mission to save the world. Um, you can uh, give them the mission of figuring out who they are, who they need to be for themselves. You can support them and love them. Do not let them absorb the doom narrative, they are the problem version of our culture, because that's out there. It's crap. It needs to be excised from our uh, discourse. It's a bad narrative. Oh yeah, we just need fewer people. No, no, we need better people, but not necessarily fewer people. Um, Fewer people is going to happen anyway. At some point, no one's going to want kids anymore, which is sad. But don't let your kids think that they are the problem that they didn't create.